Oh yeah, we got another knife here, and no, this is not becoming a knife review channel. Welcome back to the show. In today's video we're checking out the Mini Vallation knife by Benchmade. This is an assisted opening knife. There is 3 different knives that you can get: assisted opening, automatic, and manual. This is right in the middle. Now, a lot of states don't actually allow you in countries to own an automatic. So I do suggest for you to get something like this. Open this up right here and it bounces like that. This is a very cool knife for you to get. So in this video we're going to be reviewing this video and checking out if this is the right knife for you, for your tactical and everyday carry needs. Let's go ahead, get into review right now. So what is this and why should you get this, or more likely what is this all about? So Mini Vallation is Benchmade. It is tactical, everyday, assisted opening. And what is inside the box? Voila! Presentation are always the same. I like the rock-like material over here. And it got instructions manual and this thing here. So you know this is authentic when you see this. It always comes with something like this. And another one that's famous for that is Oakley, but I really like this. You can maybe even put the sunglasses into here. And that's the knife right there. So what the Vallation is famous for, it got the glass breaker in the back, but it doesn't have the hook, and it has this safety over here. What's the safety for is pretty much so the knife is stuck and you can't open it, because this is one of the things I hate about this knife, and one of my exes hated about too, is this. I'll show you right now. That it pretty much jumps right out of it with the spring assisted opening, and because it opens with a spring, that means it actually closes with a spring as well. So that's one thing that I hate about this knife, is exactly that fact. You might say this is pretty great because it opens pretty fast, but you have to use force to close this. And you can see how it snaps right back if you don't go all the way, which makes it kind of a dangerous knife. And over here it actually will snap in just like that. Watch your fingers. And when you can manually open this up, this does nothing. The spring assist over here, what I mean is the safety lock is not gonna lock it in place. It's not gonna do anything. This locks it in place right here. You have to constantly fiddle with this, move it down, use some force to close it, and then you can engage the safety so it doesn't accidentally flip open in your pocket, which is unlikely to do, but because it is spring assisted, you know, if you fiddle around it and it accidentally jumps right at you, this thing can be pretty much dangerous. This is why I'm putting this on sale. I'm getting rid of this thing. It has just the potential of doing some damage to you if you're not careful. Apart from that, it's the closest to automatic that you can own in the state of New York. Now it's stuck. No. Try it again. Now when you open it like this, at first you're going to be kind of scared. You think this thing is going to catch you. It's unlikely to catch you because it's opening. When it opens, it's not when it's going to cut you. Knives are dangerous when they close. When you close them, especially dual and cheap knives. Nothing worse than a cheap knife, because it's going to get you to the emergency room, which my ex actually got hurt playing with a cheap knife. not this one. She just found something and she got hold of it. So you have to be careful. You have to always treat those with respect. Those are made to cut things, and you have to be careful. So let's go ahead and show you some other things. And this is also not assisted opening. This is no spring. It just opens with an inertia. And here it is, another one. And we got more. Right there. This is another Benchmade, by the way. We have two Benchmades over here. And if you're interested, this is the Gapterian right here. So what makes the Mini Validation so cool? First of all, I don't actually call this Mini. It's much bigger than the Mini version that they make, which is the Mini Gapterian. Let's check this out. So a Mini one would be like 6 3/4 of an inch. This is by no means mini, but it is smaller than some of the full-size knives over here. So this one goes for 7.5 inches. The actual handle is 4 1/4. The blade, you get about 3 inches of it. Over here you get about 2 3/4 of an inch. And this is about almost 4 inches, which is almost, no, this is much bigger. So pretty much we get 1/4 more of a handle and 1/4 more of a blade that this gets you. And when you grab this, you have very good way for you to grab this, really good here. And if you have big hands or you want to grab it closer, we have a spot right here where you can put your finger here, and you can do this safely because it's not going to cut your finger. And the same thing goes for the Gapterian as well. It's actually, I would not do it for the Gapterian. No, I wouldn't. The reason why this thing is feels a little bit sharp on the Gapterian from some unknown reason. Not sure why. On the other hand, this one is dual right here. So it might be a fork that I got for the Gapterian, but you can actually grab it over here in case you need to. You have to be careful because some of those are not designed for that. When it comes to opening, use this. You can flick it with one, just with your thumb. And then it bounces off just like that. The glass breaker, we have a problem with the glass breaker with this one. Normally I like the glass breakers, but this one, there is an issue with this. What is it? Over here you can see the issue. It is so close to the metal where you have the pocket clip almost next to the glass breaker, which is going to make it a little harder for the glass breaker to engage effectively when you're going to be hitting it. So you might hit it, it might break, but then you're going to hit the rest of it with this. So it not necessarily it's going to make it not work. It's just, I think it's just not a good thing. It should have been a few half of an inch raw right here. So it has a clip here. Pretty good, the clip itself. Overall, it is a decent knife. It is extremely sharp. I can feel it right here. Talking about sharp, I don't know if I should do a testing on this. One of the reasons I don't want to test this out, I don't want to ruin the blade. We might say, it is a knife, why would you ruin it? Well, if I want to sell this, I don't want to have any marks on the blade itself. So this is why. And why am I selling it? You might be thinking, why did I get it in the first place? I got it because it was a pretty good price. And I like the style. What I didn't know what assistant opening at that time meant. And now that I know, I'm not fond of it. And automatic openings are illegal in my state. Assistant openings are not illegal. and yet I would not own an assistant opening knife again. I like the manual ones where you control the action. I don't like when the knife controls the action for you. So overall, design, styling, looks, I got almost everything going for it, except maybe the price, which might be super steep even for Benchmade standards. It's not mini, and the biggest deal breaker on this one, it is assisted opening, which I ultimately hate in this knife. So other than that, it got very good blade, it got very good traction, it got a lot of really good things going for it. I just hate to let it go. But you know what? This is not my favorite knife. And I have plenty of knives I like, such as the Gaptilian, which would do everything the other knife does, with the blade being much more safer and fun for you to open and play with it. It got the frigid fun factor and the sound to this. On the other hand, this lacks both of them. There is no frigid fun factor to this. The blade just snaps open, and in fact it will scare people too. Not in the way I wanted to. So bye bye this knife. I hate it. And yeah. So let me know below. You're gonna get one of those. Why and why not? And what you think of my review. Thank you so much for getting all the way to the end of this video. If you did enjoy it, smash the thumbs up below and leave a comment. So now it comes to the review of this. What do I think of this knife, and should you get this for yourself? Well, it really comes with a big disclaimer. If you don't actually like the assisted opening, you probably shouldn't get this. Another thing about this knife, it is a little bit costly and is expensive. Also, the assisted opening is not for everyone to use. It's a little bit scary. And it startles people as well. So in terms of that, the good thing about this that it opens pretty quick. But the downside of that is that it's automatic. And every single time you open this up, you run into the issue of needing to use two hands for you to close this. In fact, you still need two hands because you have to disengage this thing on the bottom, the spring, and then you have to use another hand and apply force to it in order to close it. So apart from safety issues, it's also awkward for you to use. So out of 10 stars, I give this a 7. It is nice looking, it is a beautiful knife, but because it has all those small issues, I cannot really recommend it for you to get. Although it is really awesome looking. So the Benchmade, they make awesome looking knives, and yet this one is not for me. Although it could be for you. Thank you so much for watching, and if you did enjoy this video, make sure to do this. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet to this channel. There's a lot of cool video reviews. Do check out things and lots of other great content coming soon as well.